Good evening, everybody who might be there. I think Michael's here, and I'm not sure if anybody else is. I know Brian was not going to do it live tonight, so I sat down at the bench here and decided to throw live on just because we're here. And we're going to be doing some painting tonight on the interior for the Jaguar. And I don't know what we'll do. We'll start on something after that, possibly. We got our dash here. Got our seats and our door cards because the carpet stays black. Floor mat, whatever you want to call it, the head in there stays black. The trunk area is all black, so it's already painted and decaled, and it's in the lower half of the body chassis. So we're going to work on the other parts tonight, and we're going to do a leather paint scheme with a tan. The color I like to use for doing my leather is honey brown, Deco Art Americana acrylic paint. So we're going to mix some of that up, and we'll be shooting it through the airbrush. We'll also probably be installing the pilot. Hey, Mike. Just shot the video for your short track group build. I'll probably put it up, edit it, and it'll probably be up tomorrow. I'll probably get it up before I go to my niece's graduation. When I use the craft acrylics, what I like to do, I mean, it's way too much for what I'm going to be doing. I thin it with Future. You know, people do other things. I like to do it that with the Future because it's also an acrylic, a clear acrylic, and it's water thin, obviously. But it also has a little bit of bonding agents in it, which helps make the paint a little more durable, a little harder. But in fact, Mike, we may even start on it later tonight, depending on how far we get. After I get the interior painted and get the steerman assembled, if we're still on that light, we'll probably start messing with the GTO. And for that, I'm doing the MPC, not AMT, MPC Pontiac GTO Super Stalker. What we're doing for that. It's still a little bit thick. Just a drop or two more in here. And I like to do my paint mixing in these condiment cups. You can get them on Amazon for next to nothing, or I think I got these at Dollar Tree was for 2 dozen of them. Because they seal up pretty good because this is spray paint that I put in there 3 or 4 days ago, and it's still usable to touch up. This one is dried out, but this one's from like 4 or 5 days ago. So it'll keep the paint good enough while you're working on your project. And when you're done with that paint, you just chuck it in the trash because it costs like 2.5 cents for this little cup. And I have to paint this in layers. God. One thing with the acrylic paint, you have to really put it on light. Cool. I can't wait to see that dual turbo Cummins powered Boot Hill Express. That's going to be awesome. So, you guys let me know if it gets too loud for you. I'm going to be airbrushing. I'm going to leave the mic on since I'm the only one here so I can talk what we're doing it. So, but if it gets too loud, let me know. Hey, Red. The link is at the top of the chat for anybody who wants to jump in. I'm going to turn my air pressure way down. And I'm just using a cheap Amazon airbrush right now. I've got the Harbor Freight ones too, but this one is hooked up, so it's one we're going to use. Pour those paints into the cup. And find something to. Here we can stick them in here. Make the pot of that out. He's dry. And we'll test, see on the back of the door, see if we've got any more air. There we go. If this gets too loud, just let me know, guys. It looks about right, so we'll go ahead and start working on the front. And just putting the lightest coat on. Yeah. It'll take 2 or 3 coats to get it full coverage and smooth. But if you force the issue, it's just gonna beat up. Hey Manuel, how are you this evening? Or this morning, I guess it's probably is it morning? Yeah, it's morning where you're at. Working on the Jaguar right this second, paint the interior. And once we get the interior painted, we'll switch over to the Stearman and get it finished up. If I remember correctly, Manuel's in Portugal, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't swear to it, but I think that's where he's at. And he's a prolific builder. He builds more than I do, which is saying a lot. Okay, we'll let those dry for a minute or two, and we'll hit them with another coat. There. Put the cap on it so it doesn't go bad on us. Hey, Kevin, how are you tonight? Let's see, I'm going to switch over to Harbor Freight with no paint in it. And we'll use it to spray and speed the front along a little bit. I normally would use the dryer for that, but I know that's too loud for you guys. No, but we're going to finish it tonight, Kevin. I've just got to put the details. I got to put the pilot on, add the engine, the wheels, and get the canopies painted and installed. So by the time the evening is over, we should have it all. The Stearman itself done. I still got to build the base for it.
Hello. Hey, what's happening, everybody? You looked a little lonely, Bob, so I thought I'd pop in for a little bit and
Yeah, you're always welcome.
be on cam with you. Everybody in the chat, I hope everybody's doing well. KS, good to see you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a day or two.
Just kind of an impromptu since Brian said he wasn't going to be on for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going through a revamp, a remod, if you will. I'm excited to see what's new coming down the line. Right now, I'd be excited to be done with the body work on this boot hill, but don't rush it because then it won't look right, right?
Yeah.
That's what they tell me. I feel you, Kevin, laying low. I've been there. Been doing a little bit of that myself. Trying not to get burned out. Bob, that Jag's looking good, brother.
Yeah.
Still thinking that green you put on there.
Yeah, I'm really liking the color.
Yeah, that's really nice.
We gotta wait.
Uh-oh. How did that happen?
Be right back, guys.
All right, buddy, we'll be here.
Sorry. No big deal. I didn't know. I wouldn't.
Staying out of arm's reach, that's a good idea. If you're anything like me, if you get in within arm's reach, you're subject to get smacked. Mine's a little different. She doesn't threaten to smack me. She threatens to cut my head off, feed it to the ants out back, and then put my skull on display in one of her cases out there. She does hobby stuff too. She doesn't build kits or nothing, but she does hobby stuff too. But it's she'll take like an old clock and put weird stuff in it, bones, and I mean it's a little weird but cool. Different, that's for sure. Ouch, right? Yeah, that's why I don't mess with her. I don't give her a hard time. She's meaner than me. Prettier too, but meaner than me. Any of y'all getting caught up in that weather out there in the Midwest? I heard there was a bunch of tornadoes and all that out there. Yeah. Oh no, she wouldn't put it in my bag. She'd cut my throat while I was standing there talking to her. She's relentless. I had a sinus cold. Right now I'm just working on my boot heel. It's nothing fancy right now. Just got it in primer. Trying to put some putty on the seams to smooth it out because I still want it to be a show rod per se, but I want it to be, so I want all the seams and the paint to be right and all that. But it's just a show rod that's powered by a twin turbo Cummins. Where are we? There's my twin turbo Cummins I'm putting in it, and 49-inch scale 49-inch super swampers. So, like I said, still want it to be a show rod, but a 4-wheel drive show rod, if you will. But I figured I'd come on and help Bob hold down the fort till some of the regulars get here, and then I'll hand it over to them, and y'all can go about your normal deal. Meantime, I can touch base with y'all. What's up, Tanner? Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. What's everybody working on the chat? Kev, have you picked up another kit yet, or are you still taking a break? I'm working on a 962 Porsche I got from you. Nice. That was that the black and red one? I think that was the black and red one. I'm trying to remember now. Sold a couple of them in that auction. Trying to get over to the storage unit to where he's got more of those Tamiya kits, but he wants me to sell off this first batch that I got first, so it's a little bit easier for us to keep track of them that way. But the Meyer Manx, that's a cool kit. I've not done that one, Red. I've seen it, but I've never built one of those. I did the Tamiya Volkswagen. In fact, I just got it back and had to tear it apart a little bit. But there's the Tamiya Volkswagen that I did with the wide body kit. Obviously, that's just the body. But over at the hobby shop, I don't know if when they were moving it or what they did, but they fingerprinted it all up and knocked the back wheel off of it. So I had to tear it apart and clean it up.
You got to push back up, but
But I've never done one of those Meyer Minxes. Those look like fun.
sorry guys, my mom knocked out her drain pipe under her sink and there was water everywhere.
Oh no! Did you get it fixed?
I got it pushed back together, but I gotta have my brother-in-law come and fix it. He's a plumber.
There you go. Leave the plumbing to the plumbers, the carpentry to the carpenters, and the mechanicing to the mechanics. That's what I say. I don't know nothing about fixing shoes, so when I wear out my shoes, I either go get soles put on them by a professional or buy a new pair. Now, Red, is that the repop one or is that one of the older ones? I know that there's an older one out there, but I'm pretty sure somebody just repopped that Myers Minx, didn't they?
Yeah, it's, round two is put it out again.
That's what I thought. I've been going on the Mobius site. Well, Mobius's website don't tell you jack, but in the world of what's coming up next, and Mobius is supposed to be producing two A990 330. Are they 330s? Yeah, I think they're 330 Chryslers with the A990 Hemi in it. They look really cool because they're not drag cars. They're factory drag cars, but it's before any decals or anything. It'll be like something you'd see on the showroom floor. Basically, it's the Ram Charger without all the decals on it. But what a cool looking kit. Well, who knows when they're going to produce it? The Wrecker is supposed to be coming out too. I've not seen it yet, but it's supposed to be. New kit? Okay, cool. You can have that argument with somebody talking about new kits, old kits. I suppose it's how, if they re-release them, I suppose it's how they go about re-releasing them. If they clean up the molds and make it better than the old one, or at least better than it was, then that's a good thing. But if they just take it out of hibernation, throw whatever they got to throw on it, and don't fix anything up, then they're usually wore out. But I'm just glad they're making kits, because without them making kits, we won't have anything to put together. Hello, Mr. Joe. I am alive and kicking. I've been having some sinus issues. We've got a little bit of a sinus cold, and now it's decided to move out of my sinus cavity over to behind my right eye. I was trying to figure out, when do you go from being a snotty-nosed little kid to a runny-eyed old man?
There we go. I sent her a message. Hopefully they can come take care of it on Monday. I got it propped back together, but
Sometimes you can use bath soap. That's true. That's true, Kevin. So, did anybody watch the Scale Model Car podcast drop today? They just dropped their number 18th podcast out today, and Mr. Fred Henry was on there. Any of y'all see it?
No, the only thing I watched so far today was the football game.
Ah, okay. I say watched it. I watch it because I can do it on Spotify or whatever. But a lot of times, most people just listen to it. But and really, there's not much to see. It's kind of like watching me and you, Bob. There's not much to see, but it gives you something to look at, I guess.
Yeah, listen to.
Right. Well, Mr. Henry was on there today, and Mr. Henry, everybody likes to hear his stories, and he was definitely in full entertainment mode. And those guys are a bunch of good guys, and they're a lot of fun to listen to anyway. So it was really, really entertaining. But I heard a question on there, Bob, and I'm going to ask you first, and I'm going to put it the same way that Jason Hanscom put it.
All right.
The zombies are coming. They're at your front door. You got to get out, but you take one of your model kits in the stash. What's it going to be? What model kit are you taking before the zombies and the apocalypse lands on your back door?
I don't know.
It's a tough one, ain't it? You're like me. By the time you figured out which kit you were going to take, the zombies would be eat you up. You wouldn't care about kits anymore.
I don't really have any super rare kits that I'd have to have that I couldn't replace. Probably one of my B-58 Hustlers. Of course, I got 3 of those.
Chat, what about y'all? If you were if the zombies are knocking down the front door, you're headed out the back door, you're passing your model supply, your kit stash. What are y'all grabbing off of your shelf and running with to save your life from the zombie attack? Asked and answered. When you're cool. I've had all day to think about it, so it's not fair.
If you'd asked me which guitar, that would have been a no-brainer. I could answer that like that.
Okay, the guitars. You know which one you'd grab?
Yep. And that was actually the closest one to the door, too.
Just in case you have to grab it on the way.
It's
out.
my Vandenberg custom quilt top. Yes.
Oh, look at Jim. Jimmy's gonna make me feel good because he said it was the Matt and Debbie Hayes race car. I'm like, oh, make me feel good, Jimmy.
Yeah, because he's home because the events got rained out today at Worldwide Technology Track. In fact, they had all the NASCAR guys there at the football game doing interviewing them.
Okay, because it was raining, they couldn't be at the other deal, so they were there.
Well, the big race is tomorrow, the NASCAR race.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's
So
Sunday.
all the NASCAR guys were at the football game and they were interviewing all them.
Not a big fan of the new NASCAR, so I stay. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I'll put it this way: it's passed me by. I mean, it's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's just passed me by.
I never have been a huge race fan. Unless I go. I mean, I like to go, but same thing with basketball. I can't stand to watch basketball on television. But I don't mind going to a game. Or baseball. I hate watching baseball on television. But I'll go.
That's it. Yeah, baseball and hockey's
go
fun to
to-
watch live, but baseball it does drag on when you're watching it on television.
Well, I grew up playing hockey, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I can watch it. If I'm bored, I'll grab one of the videotapes from like 1997 that I've got recorded and throw it in there and watch a 20-year-old hockey game, 30-year-old hockey game almost now.
Nice choice, Joe. Nice choice. But what I do like to watch is Junior's podcast, Dirty Mo Media, and Richard Petty, or the Petty family, I should say, is celebrating 75 years in NASCAR. So it was really cool to listen to that interview because you got Kyle Petty Jr. and Richard, which, if you think about it, they kind of represent the last 3 phases of NASCAR, right? I mean, the 60s and 70s, late 70s, early 80s was all Richard, and then of course here comes Kyle and that group with Earnhardt Senior, and there was that group for the '80s, beginning of the '80s into the '90s, middle '90s, and then Junior later on. Of course, there was Gordon in there, and there was a bunch. Jimmy Johnson was in there, of course, but it was just cool to see those three different generations, even though they're not a family, but there's three different generations of NASCAR drivers.
Yeah, the town I grew up in, they had a short track, so I would go to, Fridays and Saturday nights. You would go over there because it was like for young people under like 16, it was like 75 cents to get in.
Mm-hmm. And that was me with
And
us. We grew up on a short
being
track.
a small farm town, there wasn't else. We were too young to try and buy beer or anything, and there wasn't nothing else for us to do.
That was us. I wasn't in a farm town, but I was in very rural northeast, or in the northeast up there in Vermont, and they had a little dirt track called Devil's Bowl, and that's where we would go. My brother still races there. But we
didn't get rained out. It just had a really, really fucking long rain delay.
Sounds like somebody's been drinking some butt wipers.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I said during the football
That's the only
game,
reason I spent. It's the only reason I spent more money than I wanted to.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
I had in mind to only buy 2 diecasts third day. The Ricky Bobby, the Talladega Nights cars that a team used the paint schemes from. I spent way too much. There was a dude that was giving me hookups on Dale Earnhardt stuff. So
butt wipers. Oh yeah, yeah, butt wipers. That's what I call Budweisers because they used to make me ill when I drank Budweiser. I was a Coors Light guy. That's not Colorado Kool-Aid.
Coors Light, Busch Light, that's fucking water.
Yep.
It's all fucking water.
I like that.
I'm gonna drink something. I want to taste what the fuck I'm drinking.
Well, then you should do like I did. Graduate up to bourbon. You can taste that.
Oh, if I'm drinking bourbon, somebody's going to have a bad day.
Been there, done that. Horrible nights.
If you learn to just sip it and don't get drunk on it, then you're good. Because it's really good to have, you're sitting around a fire or sitting out on the back porch and whatever, relax. But it's not something you want to get drunk on. That's for sure. Just take a couple sips and relax.
I'll flip my camera.
Same thing here, Brian. They give me the not goods.
It doesn't do that to me. It does not give me the sharks.
And it gives me a vicious headache.
Makes me feel really special.
Now that I don't doubt. That I don't doubt.
I'm sitting here drinking coffee too, so I'll give it a little while the coffee kick.
You know what? You know what you have when you have I say drunk. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying, as a rule, you know what you got if you give a drunk coffee. Now you got an awake drunk. You know what you got if you put a drunk in the shower. Now you got a wet drunk.
I usually drink Shapley.
Coffee's the only thing that help me. Let me see. Let me turn light on. There, camera. There you go. These are all I planned on going there and buying. The freaking Talladega Nights, the Ricky Bobby cars that they just reused for the next gen stuff. The Ricky Bobby cars. Those were the only 2 cars I planned on buying. Because that is one of my favorite movies. And I ended up coming out on a package deal with a 18th scale Dale Jr. Monte Carlo on a package deal. That my brother bought me, so we're going to count that. Yep. But let me open the boxes. I'm moving slow.
Damn, Teddy said he drinks Labatt's. I haven't even heard that name in forever. I don't know if I
Oh,
remember
boy.
what Labatt's tastes like or not. I can see the green. It's a green bottle, right, Ted? Green bottle with like a silver and red label. Is that right?
Old dude that had these, he had them for nobody would pay what he wanted for them, so he gave me a hookup deal on them. The 2 and the 3 Pontiac Dale Earnhardt cars. Nobody would pay what he wanted for them, so he paid the offer I gave him, or I paid my offer. I'm gonna start telling my mom and dad to take my money away when I start drinking.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's not the dumbest move you could ever make in your life. That's for sure.
These are 2 cars, though, I'm going to give an exception for because I've wanted both of these cars for a very long time. And everybody is really, really stupid on prices. And that dude had to move them quick. So he paid my low ball dumbass price.
Yeah, well, you got them for the amount you're willing to spend, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I got the
Hey, what's up, Leon?
2 that he
Brown
started
bottle
the season
deal.
with, and then halfway through the season, he changed the 2 to 3. And I got the 2 and 3. So I'm happy.
Here we are. Hi, Ted. RCE, who else did I miss?
That and I had a little bit more stuff I bought, but I was buying my brother birthday stuff because his birthday was Thursday, and I told him I'd get him stuff at the track. So I was doing package deals with shit for him.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Got to look out for brother.
Fucking dad was laughing his ass off watching me negotiate. He didn't realize how fucking good of a one I am. It's either I'll pay my price or you can go fuck yourself.
Was that before or after the butt wipers?
Even
During.
then, I'm still pretty firm on I'll pay you this for that, and if you don't want that, go fuck yourself. I'll show up at the end of the day while you're packing up. Hey, let's do my price, and it's one less thing you got to worry about. And usually it'll get gone. Anyway, back now, just hit my vape. Where's my vape?
One beer is it drinking, Jimmy?
I did not only have one.
Doesn't sound like. Sounds like you had a few more than one.
Well, the people that you're not allowed to bring in outside booze, but the idiots that check bags don't check them very well. So we snuck in a cooler full of shit.
There you go.
And YouTube, I'm 21. Today's my 21st birthday.
Today is your 21st birthday?
As far
As they were concerned. Yeah, I don't think I've ever handled that.
Yeah. I'm not stupid about it though. We had a designated driver.
That is a smart thing.
Yeah, my mom doesn't like drinking very much anyway. My dad was pretty pissed off though. On the highway back home, his truck started spitting and sputtering and backfiring, and it was missing
Uh-oh.
on his 2015 Sierra.
Wow. Oh, there goes the neighborhood. Jason Klein just showed up. Mr. KRD himself.
He was mad. I told him that's what happens when you constantly let your truck basically get to E before you fill it, because your motor's sucking in all that bullshit that's at the bottom of your tank.
Well, I got to step out, Bob. I got some things I got to take care of, but thanks for letting me help you hold down the fort. And I'll be in and out of the chat, but we'll be
No
listening to
problem.
you.
Thanks for
All right,
stopping
guys.
in.
Y'all be good there. Be safe. Jimmy, make sure you don't go nowhere and do nothing foolish.
I'm laying in bed, and if I fall asleep, just kick me out. Fuck off with the shit tonight. I'm not in the mood.
No, we will after we record about 10 minutes of you snoring.
Exactly. Sorry, Brian's in here too. Fuck me.
Yes.
What are you, a cop, KRD?
Wrong square bottle. That's right.
It'll be alright, Marcy. I'm sit here and drink coffee, watch Roadkill, and hit my vape. I'll be okay. And regret my decisions of buying way too much shit.
Yeah, no. It's only money. You can't take it with you, so
Yeah,
you can always make more.
I said that on the car ride home. My mom was like, "Man, you don't ever really spend money anyway. So when you do, just chill out about it. You're good, man. Get what you want, and you're good." Like, yeah, it's true. I'm kind of a cheap ass.
Yeah, this hobby will keep you out of the bars just because you can't afford to go. Got plenty of room. Anybody want to come in? Like just finished painting the interior on the Jaguar.
Shit, don't do that. I'm about to drop my phone. Well, I know this morning before we left for the race, so I got some work done. I got some more work done on the Chevelle. I did my marker lights, finished the chrome up, just a bunch of little things. And once I get the motor, I can figure that out. Because I'm thinking of the way the hood hinges are, gluing the hood open, just gluing it open so you show off that 24 valve. Because without a lot of this, I cut out a lot of shit I wasn't really supposed to make it fit on that frame, and now the hood doesn't want to fit correctly. So I think I'm just gonna glue it open.
So a lot of airplane model kits are that way. They don't actually intend you to have like the wheels put up. So if you try to put the wheels in the up position, the doors that they give you for the plane don't actually fit the holes.
Yeah. Well, the hood, it's supposed to sit and kind of balance on the firewall and the core support the radiator attaches to. And I'm not using any of that. I cut it all out. So now the hood doesn't want to fit on there correctly. So I might just glue it open.
Off in the space here.
I might just glue it open, showing off the 24 valve and a 67 Chevelle.
Yeah, some kits come with the hood hinges that you can put on if you want to set them up that way. If you want to close the hood, then you just don't glue them on there.
Jason, Teddy Mayo, fuck off. Where'd my coffee go? Fuck. Where'd it go? I just had it somewhere. Oh, right there. Fuck. Come here, you.
How are you supposed to get that in there? Sleepy Jimmy will pass out.
Most of chat. Fuck off. Fuck off. I love all you. Okay.
Give this one try. If it doesn't pings off into space, then we just kind of not have it. Tiny, tiny, tiny little thing.
Charger. They died. Shit. Come here, you. There we go.
It pinged off into space.
Shimmy, you're getting sleepy. Damn, Joe. I thought we were friends. Yeah, it's alright, I don't mind. After the day I had, I just wanted to kind of chill out. And I seen this was on, so I was like, fuck it, I'll chill out, Bob. I seen there was only one other person on, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I was sitting here at the bench and decided I'd go on. I'm already sitting here.
Speaking of food, Jason, maybe that was probably my issue all day. I didn't eat anything all fucking day. So I'm still in the habit of not eating I got used to just not eating all day from school. And I'm still in that habit. See you, Ted. God, today was only the trucks. Tomorrow's the actual Cup cars. Tomorrow's gonna have to be a little bit more tame though. We got
Starts
infield
rolling.
passes from my dad's work because his work is
Good
sponsored.
night, Ted.
His work has sponsored the race, so we got free infield passes. And there's big signs all over: no alcohol allowed in infield. So, and tomorrow's gonna be probably a little bit more tame. The only reason this happened was freaking the 4.5 hour rain delay.
If I get away with doing it with the Sharpie. Find it. Oh, it's over. Well, my eyes are a little fuzzy today. Too much detail work. Somebody likes me.
Cool.
Good morning, good night, Britta. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Ryan. How are you tonight?
Doing good, and yourself?
Not too bad.
I'm watching a couple of YouTube videos, checking messages, and farting around.
Yep, I watched the football game and then I sat down on the bench and figured what the hell. I'll turn StreamYard on and see if anybody wants to come on.
Right? Never know till you try.
We had Mike here for a little while.
Hey, Joe. Breda.
working on getting the steerman part finished up tonight. I just painted the interior of the Jaguar. Got all the leather painted. Door
Nice.
cards and seats and dashboard.
Yeah, yeah. Groovy. I managed to pull a couple of my models off of the shelf yesterday and put them in a box to go back out in the garage. But the funny part is, I only opened up 2 spots because I had so many sitting on my desk that were built and done that needed a place to go. So a few of them went in the box, a few of them went back on the shelf, and I only got 2 extra spots left.
That's 2 spots you didn't have before.
Yeah. At some point, I gotta go out there and dig through the box of all the built ones and see which ones are broken and need rebuilt, and there just ain't no space out there. Mom's got way too much shit in the way. I built her a massive 3 foot by 8 foot table out there, and that's for her crafting table and all kinds of stuff that we do out there. She's got so piled full of stuff, can't even find a corner to set a nickel on, It's like, damn it. But one of these days, I would love to have it completely empty and put all my show rods out there as one big group picture.
Oh, yeah. That look cool.
Hell yeah. Especially seems I know I got somewhere between 50 and 80 of them.
Ooh,
Put it on right side up, huh?
the Terminator's on. Watch this shit.
Yeah, it's so much better when you put it on right side up.
No way.
My mouth is so fucking dry.
Yeah, that's what you get. Should drink lots of water.
Listerine.
Beer.
It was fun until we got home and I laid down and chilled out.
Bed spins. Yay.
And then I looked back on the past few hours. I'm like, what the
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna show up tomorrow with a massive hangover here. For 4 hours.
Hey, we got a cup race we're going to do tomorrow, too.
I know, that's what I mean.
Bitch.
Yeah. Like Bob said, man, drink a lot of water because alcohol dehydrates you, and without it, you're going to wake up with freaking headaches and all kinds of issues.
I've never done that.
But if you drink a bunch of water tonight, you won't have hair of the dog in the morning. And you won't have dry heaves either. You'll just have water.
That too.
Water and bile.
My dad did take a photo of me like when we got home. I don't know why, but first thing we did when we got home was I turned on my little radio in my room and I fucking started cranking some Creed and was headbanging. And my dad took a photo of my hair all fucked up because it is very rare for me not to have a hat on. But when my hair is all frizzed out with no hat on, I've got a fucking afro. It's fucking bad. I need a haircut.
I don't even know the last time I had a trim.
You can go get mine shaved off. It's starting to get hot.
Yeah. I've always had the back long, but the top, I'll get out the shower in the mornings, comb it, throw a hat on, and just not worry about it. And I've been doing that for a long time. And now once I take my hat off and I'll flip my head around a little bit and let it frizz back out, dude, I got a fucking afro.
Yeah. Put him in before I blew the windscreen on.
Oh, this is the original Terminator? On TV, it says it's Terminator 2. Oh, this is the original first one. Okay.
Never trust the media.
Nah, the first one's good too. The first and the second one are the two better ones. The rest of them were okay.
Yeah, but if they say it's number 2 and instead it's number 1, don't trust the media.
Nah. especially Spectrum. Special Fast.
Especially when it comes to number 2, you know, never trust a fart.
Rules of getting old.
Never trust a fart. If it feels like it's just going to be dust and you let it out, it's probably not dust.
It's Squirtle.
Yeah. Anal seepage.
It's gonna be a little sharp.
He's in there. Windscreen on. It's got a crack in it. Ain't nothing I can do about that. It's an old crop duster. It's allowed to have a crack windshield.
They call it character. Battle scars. Yep, and Jimmy popped out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He probably hit the wrong button. Or maybe he went to go puke.
Well, he spent the day out in the sun and drinking beer. He's probably shot.
I thought redheads weren't supposed to be in the sun for that long.
Yeah, I don't tan. I just turn straight to burn. I
Right.
go straight from white to red. There is no brown in the middle.
Get your model on. Greetings.
Hey, how are you tonight? These bubbles taken care of.
That like solve this up?
Yeah. If it won't do it, nothing will. Poke holes in them and put some salvicet on them.
Right. Oh, is that the one that softens them so they stretch and flex a little better?
It basically dissolves them and glues them down. But yeah, it's a softener. But yeah, it's like super strong.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Marcy.
Hey,
Jimmy put himself to sleep.
Probably.
he said his internet took a sheet.
Yeah, everything's acting up. Mine took forever to connect.
It's like the Yoopers. The Chevy took a shit.
Anything interesting going on besides Jimmy having a snoot full?
No.
Not that I know of.
I think everybody's probably at Wonderfest or whatever the hell's going on this week.
Yeah, I wanted to go. I planned on going, but shit didn't quite work out.
It's
Oh, yeah.
on my bucket list.
I don't even know what is or isn't going on around me anymore. Been out of the loop so
It's a
long,
good
don't have
show.
no clue.
It's just, I think it's a little expensive for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, you know, if you're just going to go to the show, a 1 day pass is like 25 or 30 bucks. And if you're gonna put anything out on display, then you know you got to be there for 2 days, and
Mm-hmm.
the hotels there are not exactly cheap. So,
No, but because it's a convention, and if they are there at the same place every year, they should have a contract.
oh yeah, they do have rooms contracted out, but they're still not cheap.
Well, my 4-day event cost a mint, so
So they're
I'm totally down for the convention full weekend. And whether I present anything for display or whatever or not, I'm still going to stay the whole time.
in the convention. The group rate for that hotel is like $160 or $170 a night.
Yeah, that's a
Which is all
little
right if you got
high.
4 people going, you can do that. But if you're going by
You can
yourself,
split a room, yeah. If you at least have one roommate, it makes it doable.
and it's like 6 hours away, so out of range to drive, commute to
Mhm.
go back and forth. But I was gonna go, and I usually that happens. I'll
And
drive
where
all
is that
night.
one exactly? I don't remember.
Louisville.
Louisville, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to stay. I'd have to plan to come in like the day before to the show and leave the day after. So I'd have to literally make almost a week of it.
Yeah. Last time I got there at like 5 a.m. on Saturday morning, and it opens at 8.
Yeah.
They put models out and early bird entry. And I stayed at the hotel. Got a hotel about 10 miles away, which wasn't real bad. It was like $89 a night.
Yeah, you just need a place to sleep and keep your stuff. As long as it's
Parking was a
clean, you know,
nightmare
all
there
matters.
both days. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, the vendor had a big vendor room. It was an entire hotel party room, whatever you want to call it, hall,
Sweet.
exhibit hall. And then there was two of those for models, one for display only, and one for contest models. And then they have clinics and seminars, and they have
Mhm.
semi-famous people there, and
Yeah,
like
the
these-
popular folks. Gotta have
yeah,
them. We have that too.
kind of like comic book writers, or they'll have.
Mhm.
Last time I was there, they had what's her name, the youngest one from original Lost in Space. She was there for like
The
an
only
hour,
one left.
and stuff like that. But then they had like Badger Airbrush did a airbrush clinic and stuff like that. So there was stuff to do,
Mhm.
but it seemed a little expensive for what it was. But I was still gonna go, but
Now, is everything included in the price you pay for the event, or do you have to pay extra for the?
you have to pay extra for contest entries. Most of the clinics and stuff is all included.
Okay.
I think a 60-day or it's like $60 for the 2-day.
I was gonna say 60-day. Holy shit!
The 2-day badge I think is like $50 or $60, or it might be 60 if you do the early bird. I don't remember, but it's not the $5 or $10 normal show entry that most people think of.
Yeah.
That I think of when I go to a show. But there are manufacturers there
Well, see,
usually.
that's the difference. This isn't a show. This is a convention.
Yeah, kind of.
Conventions are more elaborate, and there are extras, and extras cost money. But for the amount of money that they put to this, they could give you more.
I used to be on programming committees and stuff. Yeah, when you find somebody you want at the show, and then you got to pay either their travel expenses, lodging, and some other stuff. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot that goes into pulling off
Well,
one of them things.
our group pays for our people who are presenting that are coming from out of town, our stars, so to speak. Um, they get their room taken care of and they get fed. Anything outside of that is on them.
Yeah, usually continental breakfast, a lunch and supper kind of thing.
Plus, we also have a room where we have prepared food for everybody that comes and goes too. So, there's a lot in this event. It's 30 years old this year. I've been to all but one. I missed the first one because I wasn't aware it was happening. And the second year, I just went on the Saturday to find out what it was like, and was immediately hooked, and I've been there every year since.
Yeah, that's what I found out the first time I ever went to any kind of convention. They'll tell you, if you ever go to a convention, you'll want to go back. And it hasn't mattered what kind of convention I've been to. It was definitely
When
an exciting,
when you walk
thrilling,
into
fun event.
when you walk into a room the first day, the opening of the event, and you've got 2,500 people in a gallery style room, it's like basically like a friggin' concert. And the vibe you get when you walk through, the first thing that comes to your mind in this particular situation is these are my people. If
Yeah.
you don't get that vibe, back out of the room. But it's a unique experience. It
I
doesn't matter
was
what
my
the
first
content is.
my first impression was always, this is way bigger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always, I'm a part of something bigger than just the small thing I've been a part of.
Yep.
That part
And
is really impressive.
Yes, I was planning on going. That's why I got Draco built, was for
yeah,
take down there. But crap just didn't work out. Unfortunately, I guess it did. Fortunately for me, the way it did, because mom broke her kitchen drain pipe today. So actually during the stream, gotta go fix it real quick.
The unexpected.
If I'd have been gone, then I had my sister or something would have come over and taken care of it. But
that was good.
hey, Joe, how are you tonight? I didn't see you in there earlier, but I was kind of busy, so forgive me.
Unforgivable.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get rid of my dishes.
I think I've decided I'm going to do the red and Trans Am for the Street Machine Group build, and my Scout for a 4x4. And then at some point between now and October, I got to finish my 49 Mercury. And then, of course, the Wreckfest build. And after that, I'm trying to limit myself on group builds. It's too many already.
Wrong one. I don't want that one. It's the wrong one. The alligator clips, those are getting so glued shut by paint that they don't want to open.
I got a couple that look bigger, fatter around than a freaking bumblebee. It's nice that you just unspin the little clamp, put a little like skewer dowel in them, cut them off so that when you clamp the little thing on them, they don't squish into a flat stock. You don't have to keep tightening so much. So do you have any of those third hands? The little
Yeah,
base
I've got one in
alligator?
the other room with the magnifier on it and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got 3 of them, and I've taken the magnifier off of all of them. First thing I do, take it off. Don't use it. Gets in the way of spray painting. Almost time to make contact.
Yeah, just about. You have the paint cleaned off there so it can fit in the hole.
All right. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck.
Greetings, greetings, greetings.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. Put a little white glue on that so if I need to take it out again, I can.
You're just gonna do that in case you gotta transport it and feel safer with it not in there.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't want it to fall out. So
Just enough to hold it in there.
yeah, this little white tacky glue will hold it in place. And so yeah, if when I get ready to take it down to Atlanta or to the show, I can pull it out. Hey Chuck.
How's it going?
Up.
Are we all having fun tonight?
Oh yeah.
Working on it.
Ping ping. Somebody likes me. Amazon, they don't count. Amazon doesn't count. They just want my money.
Don't they all?
What they go into business for? No, still in the process of cleaning things. They're clearing things out.
Making space.
Yeah. Bringing on the next project.
That's plural, right?
Well, yeah. Hey, you're really bringing on that. I'm taking a break from the one, and I'll take and work on something else for a little bit.
You ever get further along on that Dodge swept side?
What's that?
You ever get further along on the old Dodge truck? The swept side or step side, whichever it was you were working on?
Dodge truck. That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
You were working on the truck a couple of weeks back, I think. Couple, 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Oh, the Willys pickup. The black
Okay,
one.
well, I thought it was a big Dodge, but it could have been.
Yeah, that one's done. That's down in the case for the next show that comes up.
What's up, Jeff Lawless?
The bearded wonder, how are you tonight?
Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
You know, if he made and sold car parts, he could sell them under the brand Wonderbeard. Nova wagon. I'm guessing that's the AMT 66, or is that the gasser version? I really like the way mine turned out when I lifted it. Put the little wood grain on it, kind of gets that Jeep Wagoneer look to it. 63 wagon. Cool. Oh yeah, that's what mine is. It's the older one. Uh-oh. Here comes the dust.
I have to get the hairspray out and stepping it up. It's kind of limp.
Like that one, Ron?
Yeah. That's 63, right? AMT?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, it's one of the original ones.
Yeah, that's what Jeff's working on. Dove gray with a pearl white roof, chrome down the side
Yeah.
with a red insert.
Bought all these parts from Model House in order to take and rebuild it, and they come out with the reissue of the kit.
Right. There you go, Bob.
Yeah,
Nothing like a project completed.
well, it's still not done. I still got to build the base. Got to build the cracker box. Here, we'll put it up on the roundy round.
Looks good though. Looks good. What's up, Michael?
Yeah, I like it.
You use the kit decal call numbers on it?
Yeah, the registration numbers. Yeah. They're back here on the tail.
Meow.
Sounds like the one that comes fogged for the mosquitoes around here.
No, this is the one that dusts the cracker aisle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll build. This is just an air fixed base. I'll build a real one. But when I build the real ones, to be the cracker box. But we can set him aside. Let him dry. Go back.
I still think that's a fun little project.
Yeah, I'm good. Happy I did it.
Yeah, it's good, cute, and comical story, and a good conversation piece to go along with it all.
Okay. This paint. Paint, 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 paint. We need to paint the dash. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. 3 mile away neighbor that builds. That's awesome, man. I hadn't had somebody that close to building with me since I was in school.
Yeah. I had a friend when I was younger that I used to build with all the time.
Yeah, my buddy and I, we used to do cars and trucks and make demo derbies. And then he went off and got more into the military stuff. And then he got a girlfriend who didn't like me, and I never seen him again.
Seems to be the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, when you start dating the jealous type and they don't want you having friends, it kind of tends to happen.
Oh yeah, yep. I know how that goes. I had an ex that took and accused me of sleeping with my friends.
Yeah, when
Well, she
she's the
probably was
jealous,
their friends.
when she's the jealous type and you're pussy whipped, everything else gets sacrificed.
Yep. That's why she's the next now.
Yep. I've always told my girlfriends I won't ever cheat on you unless it's with the car. They didn't believe me, so I kicked them to the curb.
Car one.
Yep. 99% of the time. You have to be pretty damn fucking good to win that one. So far, nobody's won. It's pretty funny though. Me and some of my exes would go down the road or walking. Or I'll see a car and I'll stare and look at it, or I'll turn around and walk away from her, walking towards the car or something, you know. And hot chicks can be all around. I never fucking even paid attention. You know, I'm the kind of guy that when you get the menu, you order what you want and you hand the menu back. Everybody else is like they hold on to the menu and they're like, "Ooh, I want what they're having." Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not for me. You're not for me. If you ain't happy with what you ordered, then wrong restaurant. I'm out. I mean, it's not that my eyes don't wander a little bit and see a girl or whatever, but they never think of, oh yeah, that one's better than this one. No, looks never sold me in the first place. So I'm sure as hell ain't gonna take me away from somebody either.
Put his channel up there, Jeff, so we can all check it out.
Yeah, that'd be might nice of you if he's got one.
He just said he just started a channel.
Cool. Yeah, I hear you now. Get to a certain age, and it's like, yeah, that market is ain't nothing new in that market. It's all used. She ain't new. She ain't new. Been around a while.
Been ridden more than Seattle Slew.
If you find one that age that's a virgin, she's a liar too.
Yeah.
Well, there's something else going on. Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, in the modern world, it could be possible. She might have transgendered into one and hasn't been fucked
Yeah.
since. But you know,
Try this
there
one
is.
out. It's brand new.
Yeah. Well, you got a Gucci coochie. No thanks. That thing costs more than my ex.
There's that.
You find a link for us there, Jeff? Didn't even realize all these custom parts were still left in here. Huh. Groovy. Bench Racing Garage. $16 subscribers. Looks like 17 now. All right, I got the link for you there, bud. There's the link.
Okay. Beat me to it.
Yep. I might not be the fastest fingers in the north, but I do got fingers.
You get 18. There we go. Yep. I got him subbed.
Hey, I did that without kicking myself out. How the hell that happen?
Barely.
I don't know what I did, but I did it right.
Damn it! There goes my record. I've never made a mistake and failed. I've always done a mistake perfectly every time. This time I failed.
Usually I try to do something like that. I end up kicking myself out and then have to come back in again.
Right?
I don't know how many times I've clicked the X not looking at what I was doing instead of clicking the tab. When I have multiple tabs open, it's like, yeah, oops, I'll be back.
How we doing tonight, Ms. Marcy?
All right, it's hard. Hey, Jeff.
Spent the day at the car show, and I got to do the same thing again tomorrow.
Not a bad
Well,
place to
not
spend the day.
yeah. I was going to say not that I got to do it, but I'll be there.
No, I got to do it.
No, nobody's forcing my arm up behind my back or anything.
It's like they say, you don't have to, you get to.
Yeah.
Bark.
And I took her to get a bath today. She was gross. And the lady that usually does her grooming is moved to a different building. So she was totally panicked when we were walking across the parking lot. Like, what are we doing here? What is this place?
Is this the back?
Shelby
Where
came
are
around
you
the corner,
taking me?
right? It's like, is this the, is it, what's really bad is it's in the same section of strip mall as the emergency vet. And she's been there, so she knows where we're at. So she's thinking this whole time, what the hell? Why are we going back there again? I'm okay. And as soon as we get to the door, Shelby comes out from behind the counter. And she looked at me and she looked at Shelby and she looked at the place and looked at me and looked at Shelby. I'm like, I know it's wrong, but she's here. And Shelby called her and she went running right to her. She really likes her. So that's the only reason I chased her down across town to this other place. That was an adventure. Trying to convince her to go in the building that it wasn't the vet. Same type of doors, dog smells all around. So it's, I can't tell till you get inside. This place is okay. There's cookies and food and somebody I know here.
Cookies.
But I got this whole case of doggy birthday cookies. I got different kinds of frosting and shit on them. It's overkill. And on the other side, we got these goofy little frilly outfits for the pocket dogs. It's like, yeah, I live in a town where people have dogs in their purses and they dress them like children.
Seen that before.
They cater to them too.
Yep.
It's like, why do you do that to those dogs? Little dogs hate that. Big dogs don't care. Little dogs have a hissy fit.
Bad enough when my dog comes back with a new bow on his collar every time from the vet.
Yeah,
The
when
groomer.
I take her to the groomer, she comes back. She's got a handkerchief tied around her neck. This one had little bumblebees all over it. It said, "Be kind."
Springtime.
Yeah, it was cute. But she starts to try to paw at it as soon as you get in the car. Like, get this off me. I don't wear this. I only wear a necklace. That's it.
Yeah, what the hell is this thing? Mom, it's not funny. Get it off.
Right?
Back.
So yeah, she's gonna spend the next 2 days being weird because she got washed in a strange place.
Did they touch her no square?
Oh, they soaked her no square. Oh, yeah, nothing fabulous today. I did the grocery shopping and came back home, and my son made dinner. I have to do that. See you later, Jeff.
Have a good one, Jeff.
Later,
Right,
Jeff.
Jeff.
I'm going to do painting today. It rained on and off all day.
Hui.
Got some goofball out here across the street cutting his grass with a headlamp on.
They're already that dark there?
It's too dark to be cutting grass. I'm telling you that.
It's 9:30 at night. What the fuck's he doing cutting grass?
Cutting grass.
Cutting grass or smoking grass?
It's probably smoking grass that led him to cutting the grass.
They done that before they started cutting the grass.
Yeah.
It's dark enough. He's got two of those LED headlamps hooked onto his hat. He's out there cutting the grass.
Well, if it was too hot earlier, I suppose it makes sense to be out.
Well, it
late
rained
to do it.
this morning most of the afternoon, so the grass is just finally dry enough to cut. But come on, dude,
People are strange when you're a stranger.
Jim Morrison was very right about that.
Cutting the grass when the sun goes down.
So he gets doing it now better than the construction crews showing up at 5:30 in the morning across the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that right there is bullshit. We don't hear ours till around 7. They start starting up the equipment. It's just close enough that I can hear it.
Hmm.
You get enough of the crud off of your mat so you could flip it over, Chuck?
I still got some stuff laying around on top of it here, but it's a whole lot better than it was. Found a couple of things I couldn't find.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Usually way later than when you need them.
Yep.
You've already replaced them with something else.
Only to put them in another box and lose them for a while again.
Well, I put them where they belonged. So when I go back to that box, I can finish it.
Which is why you're going to forget where they went.
Yeah. I was like, well, I haven't found that yet, so I can't work on that kit. Then they're in the box. My glue powder, glue and paint.
It works.
Oy.
There's a use for all them AOL discs that you got back in the 80s.
Right?
And it's not making wind chimes.
Yeah.
I used to tie them to the fence that kept the birds out of the yard.
Yeah, they see the
My dog
flashing
was a
prismatic
bird killer.
reflection and they kind
Yeah.
of run away. Yeah.
Yeah. My dog would jump at anything, so we used to tie them to the fence. And it looked cool when the sun hit it.
I used to have one that used to shine in the room, and I'm like, what the fuck is that from? And I'm moving my hand around trying to find out which direction it's coming from. And then you turn and look in that direction. It's like, what the fuck is there? Unless you were eye to eye with it on the line of it, you wouldn't see the reflection coming at you. You know?
Yeah.
I still got a few of them to go.
Yeah, I see that.
All stocked up on old discs.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of old computer programs. I could probably use them for paint trade.
I think most of the ones I have was
Obsolete driver CDs and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most of mine were from like Windows 7, so they don't even fucking do me any good anymore. XP or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I keep finding random old stuff like that.
There you go. AOL 9.0.
Does it still brag about faster internet connections?
Oh man, if that's sealed, that might be worth something to a collector, man. I wouldn't open that.
Actually, it is still sealed.
Don't open it. Don't open it, because some sucker will buy it from you because it's a piece of internet history.
Attention cashier, do not scan. Powerful safety security tools. 5 gigabyte of online storage.
Holy cow!
Only one picture.
200 radio stations, including 70 XM satellite channels.
That might be worth it.
Compatible with Windows Vista, the newest operating system from Microsoft, along with earlier Windows versions.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
little
a classic right
outdated.
there, man. Somebody will pay money for that. That's museum property there.
He don't want money. He wants another model kit.
Yeah, trade for a model kit.
You can spend that money on a model kit.
What's this one? Oh, Netscape.
Netscape, I got a few of them. I got a drawer over near the desk. It's got a bunch of random CDs and DVDs and shit in it. I got a couple of them too. But yeah, if those are
When your
sealed,
antivirus costs you $6.99.
if those are sealed, though, like I said, a collector would be totally after those.
A registration code is Round Sheriff. You talking about a fat pig?
Yes, yeah.
Plump.
Yeah. Trying to see what Windows services or Windows program it'll work with. Doesn't say on this one.
I'd imagine
Oh,
that's the
56,000 dial-up internet service.
That was even older.
That was standard.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, Bruce's eclectic models might be interested in those.
Why, has he still got dial-up?
No, he's just an internet tech kind of thing. He likes that old funky shit.
Yeah, he's an internerd.
Yeah.
He still uses Linux, so internerd.
Might be faster than the system he's got.
It's stable.
Well,
Actually,
this one's
Jimmy,
already
there you go. Send it to Jimmy.
got a Walmart Digital Photo Center at home disk here for Windows XP.
I didn't
Do
even
your
know
photo
Walmart
editing
did
at
that.
home.
I didn't know Walmart even did that. I don't
Yeah.
recall seeing that here.
Yeah, now they got the kiosk where you can go in and you can get them printed to a disc or printed out or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
That's
probably
what we
what
had
that was
before
from
they.
the beginning of that whole thing. You know, where if you had pictures printed out, you can get that disc and do it at home and send them in online.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I said, I don't recall ours ever doing that. All
Ford
they
information,
have here is the
Ford truck
kiosk where
information disc.
you can plug whatever media into the kiosk and choose your pictures and edit them on the screen and then send them to the printer.
Oh, I got another AOL.
You mean SOL?
Yeah. This one was from 2004.
You know, the problem with those is it don't do me any good because I ain't even got a freaking CD drive on my computer.
Yeah, this laptop doesn't have a drive.
Everything now is supposed to be
The
downloaded
desktop
from offline or online, rather.
Yeah, the desktop is sitting here. No, it's not. Oh yeah, my old one's sitting here. But this is one of the last ones I built. It's got a drive in it.
Yeah, we still have one computer that has a disk drive in it. Actually,
My
Yeah.
two,
Mine's got the Blu-ray.
yeah, my two laptops don't have a drive, but I have an external portable DVD player that I will occasionally plug in and use because I have some DVDs that they weren't available on any other media that I listen to or watch once in a while. And then my own one is basically just a screen and a keyboard. It doesn't really have anything.
Which marker works?
yeah, our tower's the only one that still has a drive in it that I use.
There.
I do have a laptop that has one, but it has the screen has gone out on it. The lights. So I have to hook it up to a monitor if I want to use it.
You know, this Dell sitting here.
I think that one's either Vista or XP, but when maybe it was Vista. It kind of sucked because that one had a really cool photo editing software in it.
And I always just bought Photoshop.
I took and hemmed and hawed before I got into Photoshop, and since I've been there, it's like, don't go back.
Yeah, well, now it's a subscription service, though, and I refuse to pay a subscription because I don't use it enough. It's not worth it.
I got just the basic one there for photo editing.
Yeah, it's not worth the subscription cost. And I mean, I had the whole Adobe suite that I got when I went back to school. School paid for it. I didn't have to pay a cent for it.
I use Paint.net and it does everything that Photoshop can do pretty much.
It had a perpetual license on it, and so they changed everything over to subscription services, and they took it all away. Not using enough too much.
When I had a really
Brian
nice
said
feature
there's
that I liked.
a bunch of free things you can use.
Yeah, I used GIMP for a while.
Feature I liked the most was that you could put your cursor on any pixel in the thing and say, this is supposed to be white. And it would color correct the entire picture.
Yeah.
Based on you saying, okay, this pixel right here is supposed to be white. So it changed the white balance and color correct everything. It had a really good cloning feature in it too that I really liked. For picking out the stands on airplanes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, most of the pictures that I take anymore are with my phone, and phones have editing options in there, so I don't even really need anything anymore.
You just cleaned it. You still need it. It was a Corel product. I really
Yeah,
like
Coral Draw, I have that. It's actually pretty cool.
it's called Snap It or something like that. But
Yeah, that was their photo program.
you couldn't get it at the time. The only way to get it was with the in Windows, and then when I had to update to a new computer, I couldn't download it onto the new computer. And then the newer version they had didn't have those features in it that I liked.
God, who put me out? Sit down, have a quiet night.
You got to build a whole lot. The on this side. Yeah, there we go.
Keep forgetting this stuff is alcohol based, and I should use alcohol to clean my brush. Drink the water.
Okay. Together yet. Keep peeling out this dashboard a little bit.
I need to recognize this disaster. I know I have more products and I can't find anything. doing that on and off all day. It's kind of fun. It's raining here, but I finally got rain going. It's gonna rain for me.
Be short rain. Okay.
Home.
Ready to go for you to go meow 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 meow.
I coulda had a V8. More like plip plop fizz fizz. What a relief it is.
Plop plop fizz fizz. Oh, that's diarrhea for you, man.
It's funny how some of them jingles last decades later.
Hey, it described the product.
Well, it was catchy jingle. That was the whole point.
Was it like the Demolition Man in the future where the only channel was all jingles? Radio station? From the Valley of the Giants of the Valley.
Ho ho ho.
Green giant.
Giant.
Yes,
Tim?
yes.
Oh,
Must
said
have
how
makes
old we are.
very blessed. Chocolate.
They after me, Lucky Charms. Silly rabbit. Chicks are for kids.
Hot dogs. Warmer hot dogs.
Hey, Tim.
Kinds of kids love
That's a
warmer
very
hot
good
dogs.
question. I believe the answer to that was under the pickle.
There's the beef. Yes.
Gotta love the old granny in them commercials.
Yeah, she was great.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Flirt.
No,
Where's the
that's
beef?
the clapper.
Well, yeah, that
Not
too.
Life Alert. Life Alert's the current one, but I should say most recent, not current, because it's been around a while. But yeah, the little lady laying in bed, she just slaps her hands together and all lights go out. Now we have remotes for everything.
Yeah.
And you can have them all on your phone.
Don't do me no good. Ain't got no phone.
You mean I was the remote when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Same meal.
And we used to get screamed at for touching the screens, and now we touch all the screens.
Yeah. I just cleaned it. Don't touch it.
How is that a cultural fuck you? Yeah. No, we're not allowed to touch the screens. Okay, fine. We're gonna make everything with screens touchable.
Nothing better than rubbing a balloon against the carpet and touching the TV. Gazap.
I used to do that to my cousins. Like, take this and go do that. And they'd come back crying.
Why'd you make me do that?
I didn't make you. You did it.
I found out the hard way. You did now too.
Oh, wintertime and static electricity. Taking crunching your feet across the carpet and touch your brother or sister.
Yep.
Gazap.
I used to do that to my little sister all the time. I still do it to her.
And I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. How's Tim doing?
23 on that one, 24, 25 on that one. Good evening, Tim.
Well, wasn't in that house. Straight text to the left, meds to the right, and keep your hands off my fucking friends.
That's my straight jacket.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Stuck in the middle.
Again.
Watching the weather. Is it doing anything interesting?
It's raining here. My son went walk over to the station for snacks, come back complaining. He's like, it's pissing down out there. I'm like, yeah. It's
The
okay.
only thing our weather is doing is producing mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's making water and water makes mosquitoes. Yeah. Some helicopter-sized ones around here. Gonna start naming the fucking things.
That's what I love about seeing the troopers, man. When you get a sky full of dragonflies, they just look like
Yeah.
helicopters everywhere.
Yeah, we
Meow,
have
meow,
a lot of
meow,
bugs
meow.
in general. But like I said, with my bat box is full, the mosquitoes aren't that much.
What's
of a
up,
deal.
Edward?
Hey, Edward.
Hey, Edward. Hey. Who the hell was that?
Love Boone of the Mountain, huh? Wasn't that Fat Albert's thing? Hey.
Yeah, he was hey. But there were one of them that was hey.
That was the little guy with the striped hat. I can't remember his name. Hey.
It's dynamite. No, yeah. Hopefully you ain't got no tornadoes coming your way then, Tim.
It's the season.
How's
Yeah.
Edward tonight?
Spider just landed on the back of my neck.
He wasn't gonna hurt
Lovely.
you. He was just looking for a place to
Yeah.
park.
Just a little bite.
Well, at least he didn't run off like Little Miss Muffet did.
As long as it wasn't
Little Miss
blue
Muffin
moon,
sat on the cover.
Eating her courage and way.
Along came a spider and sat down beside him and hurt him as much of the way.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, each with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Now, fucking whore.
Fucking Andrew Dice Clay. I love that guy.
Oh, I seen him back. Oh shit, what?
Yeah.
Had to be late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, we laughed our asses off.
Yeah, he came to the comedy club in Detroit one year. Oh my God, I never hurt so much in my life after that show. It took me 3 days to get back to normal. My head hurt, my face hurt, my chest, my stomach. I was from all the laughing. It was bad. But he was so damn funny.
Yep.
Just the delivery, the punchline on that one, the over expressive Italian, that was a killer right there. And Jeff Dunham.
Yep. I get you.
Little boy Blue, he needed the money.
He needed the money, yeah.
Hickory dickory dock.
The mouse ran up the clock.
Yeah, how do the blind mice know how to tell time?
Like the Eddie Murphy too.
Yeah,
in my
Larry-
neighborhood,
Oh.
our talking cars sound a little bit different. Hey man, some motherfucker just stole your battery. I said we go kick his ass.
My favorite one out of Eddie Murphy was the mom with the shoe all
Yeah.
the way up the stairs around the corner, whap you, and then go back like a boomerang.
Uh-huh.
In the Mr. T skit.
Yeah.
Comedy was good back then, man.
Yep.
It's still good. It's just
I
different.
couldn't tell you a good comedian from nowadays.
Who shot Buckwheat?
Yeah.
Richard
Who in their right
Pryor.
mind names a kid Buckwheat?
Good old Richard Pryor and Johnny Dangerfield,
Nice
Tim
little
Conway and Don Knotts. Man, they had the freaking cast.
George Carlin.
Oh,
Shit, piss,
Gallagher.
cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. Those are the 7 words you can't say on TV.
Oh, George Carlin's list of words you can't say on TV was epic. In all of its iterations.
Even Gallagher had some good shit.
All I remember from him is smashing fruit.
No, he did
Oh,
plenty of other stuff
Gallagher?
too, but
Gallagher
yeah,
was funny.
especially when he did the American English language thing. Book, took, and all these different words and shit, and it's like, well, if this is spelt like that, then what's with this word? It's spelt like this.
Yeah.
All kinds of fucking crazy shit.
And English is fucked up.
Yeah, I put it on sale. On a sailboat?
I'm not content with this content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I said George Carlin out loud, so I got the kids started. Yeah.
A house is just a place to store your shit so you can go out and get more shit.
That's Foxworthy. That's
Well,
the guy his name.
I'm pretty sure Carlin said it first.
Yeah, George Carlin had a word on that.
There's a couple different comedians that have used the same line.
Well, I mean, it's like music. Inevitably, you're going to overlap at some point.
Yeah.
And when a joke is that good, why not use it?
Right?
The shoe fits, wear it.
See if I can
No
get him to
respect, let me
respond to
tell
this
you.
one.
No respect.
Yeah, it's a fucked up. I figured I'd get that for her. She said such a traumatizing day. She was happy to see Shelby when she finally realized that she was in a safe place. It's like, I like her. She likes me. Yeah. Oh, well, he made lemonade right away. I was going to see if I could get him started on George Carlin. He could do the whole routine.
Left-handed and had to try and write right-handed in first grade.
Yeah, they forced that on the kids. My sister's a lefty, and they try to keep sticking a pencil in her right hand. They did it to me too, but now I can write with both hands.
Ambidextrous.
Yep. My sister is straight up left-handed. She never could accomplish anything right-handed, and I showed her how to do it right, and her penmanship to this day is still better than mine. She's in her 40s, and I'm in my 50s, so.
Well, there's a nickname for Edward when we get too many of them in chat. We'll just call him Buckwheat.
Yeah, we'll just call him Uncle Bucky. Although in my other group that I follow along with, Uncle Bucky is someone entirely different.
Well, we'll just call him Buckward. And a Buckwheat and Edward mix.
Our Uncle
Buckward.
Bucky, our Uncle Bucky is Raymond Buckland. He's basically been touted as the creator of American witchcraft, but yeah, he just kind of gave himself a name back in the day, and everybody accepted it and ran with it.
The creator of witchcraft would have had to been back in the 1500s.
Raymond Buckland. Nope. 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 Google him. You will learn it is much later than that. But he does talk about the history of witchcraft, so some of that stuff is in there.
You're gonna try and use all them decals, Bob?
There's a couple of them where they're optional. They're option A or option B, depending on the color.
I consider them all optional. You still working on the plane? Or are you on
No,
something
he's
else?
got the Jag out.
Oh.
Yeah, you weren't here, I guess, when I showed it. Where's my house? There's my house.
Where did he go, George? Hey, George.
Could not love him and called him George.
Who loved him and kept him and called him George.
Bad George.
Yeah, we're having a highly cartoon day. It's pretty much all we've talked about for the last 2 hours. The whole cartoon.
Yep, it's except for the stand, it's done.
Ah, cool. Yeah, gotta have the fluff.
You're gonna spray some fart spray on that crop dust?
No, it's-
Can you imagine
Yeah.
walking up to the plane and just smelling a raunchy ass fart?
maybe a little.
People looking at each other like, you do
I love
that? You
that.
do that? No, it's the plane.
Jess is gonna absolutely love that.
My son was about 3 years old, and we're walking through a Walmart. Somebody farting. Dad, did you fart? No, it wasn't me.
Leave it to the baby every time.
Yeah, I could see how that would happen, Ed. Get a name that sticks like that, and everybody calls you that, and they don't know your real name.
That can be a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, anonymity. Bucky did it.
Right?
Man, look at my driver's license. I'm not Bucky.
Yeah, on here they give you the kilometer, like the speedometer version. They give you the kilometers or miles per hour version.
I'm surprised the gauge itself didn't have both of them on there like the American edition does. But
I kind of liked it when I was over in Germany and everybody was doing kilometers. Shit, man, we're doing 300 kilometers per hour.
it's only 140.
No.
But it's still quick.
Oh, yeah. It just sounds like a whole lot more when it's 300.
Right. That's what I used to love about my limo when I put the Chevy 350 in there. The speedometer was about 819 off, something like that. I'd cruise about 70 to 75, and people were like, "Are we really going that fast? It doesn't feel like it." I'm like, "You were in a Cadillac." But no, we weren't catching anybody, and nobody was catching up to us. We were doing 55 to 57 ish,
300 kilometers per hour is more like 186, give or take. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's still fast, but anything over 100 is exciting.
Anything over 100 usually shakes most modern cars to pieces, but yeah.
Well, you got to do it in old ones that were nice and floaty. They finally settle in, What's up, Louie?
Yeah, at about 125 and out, 125, the doors of my Firebird will start rattling like they were going to be sucked out by the air pressure.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
know I've
see the
had.
video of that Nova going down the drag strip, and all of a sudden it's standing up on end and just kind of gliding through the air.
Mm-mm.
That sounds like it might be fun.
I know I've had my limo over
It
100
probably was
miles an
until
hour.
it landed.
Yeah, that landing was probably
Because
pretty brutal.
the guy goes, I think his wheelie bars tripped the light down at the end of the drag.
It's got the right drag coefficient.
Well, he started out nice and flat, going along, and he gets, I don't know, probably about 100 foot down the drag strip, and all of a sudden you see the front wheels start coming up, and you're going higher and higher and higher, and then it's like the car's standing on end, kind of floating through the air, and it comes back down.
He's lucky he
He
didn't
didn't roll it over. I mean, he got lucky about that, but I imagine it did. I mean, a wheel came flying off, so it did some damage.
Yeah, snap a spindle or a kingpin.
Yep.
That's something important.
Wow, that was one hell of a wheelie. That was a e-ticket ride, man.
I'm in the wrong competition. I should be in the wheel standers.
Yeah, he's probably got some serious injuries from it too.
Well, he's also
Yeah,
got serious
this guy,
horsepower if he's pulling wheels after 100 foot.
yeah, he took and he probably got back to his camper, or not camper, but trailer, and said, "Hey, I gotta go change my shorts, man."
Yeah.
More like, hey, I gotta
Somebody
go
want
to
to
the
put some
car.
Febreze on the driver's seat?
Yeah, you go Febreze the driver's seat, and I'm gonna be going to the ER.
Normally it smells like methanol in here. This smells like shit.
What kind of racing gas you using?
Yeah. It's supposed to go in the car, not the driver. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
I was happier in the tornado in the trailer park.
Hey, they what in his cup?
I guess cleanup's over because I'm breaking out more.
Yeah, see that? Mocking her up.
Got enough space to work in now. You don't need to clean anymore.
No.
Yeah, he's got at least 8 cubic inches. Okay, 6.5 now.
He's got plenty of room to build. He's got more room than I do. I'm counting the squares on his mat, so I know exactly how much he's got. He's got
Right.
twice as much room as I do right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at about 7 by 12 is what I got.
Well, this is a 8 foot table, 8 foot by 4 foot wide, and it's completely littered with shit. I gotta go through it and get it all reorganized. I still got a bunch of other stuff on the other side of the room. I gotta get out of here. Some things I gotta Jenga into place, and some things that need to go to storage. Some things need to go to the bin. Okay. Trying to downsize our world here.
Wouldn't mind getting me a shipping container to make a house out of.
If it was just me and the dog, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Cheaper than a trailer house. Even though it doesn't come with all the amenities like a bathroom and a kitchen.
No, you can build them up like that. There's a
Well,
company.
I know you can, but a trailer
Professionally.
house for a few extra grand, you can actually have it already installed. You know,
Well, yeah.
a shittier roof system, but you know, it'll work. Because I know at certain points they got to take the containers off the roads because of the clips and the doors and the conditions and shit. You know.
Mhm.
You can get them anywhere from
There's a couple of houses down in Ferndale that they're small, 2 levels, and they're made out of cargo containers.
Yeah.
yeah. Up here we see
That's
a
the
lot
thing they're
of
doing now is they're making them out of the containers.
yeah, we see a lot of container garages and
Recycling them.
container houses
Great.
around here.
I'd like to get one just to make a hobby shed out of it.
Yeah,
I
that's kind of
couldn't
what
have
I
it.
mean. You know,
Yeah,
not
I
necessarily
couldn't
for a
have it.
house.
Well, that's what Matthew Inman's got. Is the no container unit that he made into his hobby
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, but I can't do that here. They won't allow me to bring one on the property here. It's one of the many reasons I want to get out of here. I want to do whatever the fuck I want in my own goddamn yard.
I can
What
put
do you
one
mean
of
I
those
can't do
on
that?
our property, but as long as it's not fastened to the ground, we can put it anywhere. But without the wheels and trailer underneath it, it's basically just a like a movable object.
Right, but you have to pay to have it moved.
Well, yeah, because it's not like
And
you
I
can
would
just pick it
rather,
up or tear it
right,
down.
that's what I'm saying. So if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it in a place where I plan on staying, and that ain't here. If I could do it here, I wouldn't do it here anyway because I don't want to stay here.
Well, our problem is we can't extend the house anymore because we're already pushing the boundaries of our property kind of thing. And we got plenty of yard space, but we can't build on it because it's too close to the road which surrounds us. So we could drop a container. We already got a garage that's way too fucking full. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if the U.S. version of this kit comes with such an extensive decal sheet on it or not.
It doesn't. Not even close. Most Bravella Germany kits have not only the colored instruction, but the way better decal sheets.
Yeah, I love their instruction books. Right.
I mean, even if the decal sheets matches, the Ravella Germany decal sheet is a much higher quality decal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one was printed by Cartograph.
Yeah.
Printed
Most
in
of their
Italy.
stuff is cartographed.
Yeah,
Rather
put
than
Cartograph printed
silk
in Italy.
screen or whatever it is.
And whatever cartograph does, they're the detail gods.
Yeah, Ed, that's
They
a fact,
laugh.
Edward.
When I've gotten older kits that have cartograph decals in, and the regular kits that we get that are the old ones that the
The
decals
yellow.
toast, you can't 90% of the time you can't save them, and the cartograph ones look brand fucking new. It's crazy. The quality is really there.
Yeah, it's kind of scary with modern kits. You really got to kind of clear coat your decals before you try to use them because they all tend to break apart.
Yeah, some of them are really bad, even in new stuff.
Especially if it's something you want on both sides of the car, Well, the first one went out just fine. Second one disintegrated in the water,
Yeah.
2 years, fuck, I haven't even seen half of that shit out there for 5 years.
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm cleaning. Yeah, right. That's the only exception is model shit. But yeah, if you haven't seen it or you haven't used it in a long period of time, either donate it or bin it.
I
You
mean,
can't
like,
yard sale it, donate it, or bin it.
in just
And
my
I've
section,
continued to
if
bin
I
it.
was to sell all the Hot Wheels stuff minus the keepers, I could remove quite a few boxes. And then all the dollhouse stuff, I could clear out a big section with that.
Time to start looking at it and see what you really want to keep versus what you should sell. Or you don't have room for other things.
The worst problem is the more space I clear out, the more space Mom clutters. So, is it really cost effective?
Hide the checkbook.
No, I can't do that. That would be a problem. She manages the bills. That would be a problem. It's her money. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, but if the garage looks like an episode of Hoarders, then you have a problem.
Well, some of it's from the winter because it's so freaking cold out there. You do all the decoration stuff, and then spring comes around. You got 5 different piles of different decorations from the season that all need to be gone through, resorted, and then stacked and cleaned up again. And it's not so bad out there.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't decorate for holidays, and I only put my cutesy stuff out in the good weather.
Well, that's one of my mom's favorite hobbies is
Yeah, she
decorating
likes
and
her
changing scenes
bumblebees
and
and
everything.
yard stuff. Yeah, but
Well,
there
not even
even
just the yard, but even in the house. I mean, it changes
yeah.
5, 6, 8
But
times a
again,
year. You know.
there comes a time when you got to look at your collection and be like, I have too much of this shit.
Are you talking to me, Marcy?
Yeah, all present company, including myself.
Yeah.
Modelers are just hoarders in disguise. Okay.
Oh no, I'm totally a plastic hoarder. I have temperature controlled storage.
I mean, if I had enough space to put it all in one room on display and organized, it wouldn't even look like a clutter. But because
That's
my
my
room
thing
is so
too.
tiny and I don't have the space, it's just kind of boxed up
Yeah,
in a corner in a garage.
even if I used the whole house, it would never look organized. You know, so a lot of it lives in storage until I can get out of here into a place where I can have a proper cupboard or many cupboards or shelves
All
to
I can
accommodate
say
all
is
the
it all used to fit in this room at one time. It's just the way it's set up now. It don't because there ain't no shelves. Well, there's a couple of shelves, but ain't nowhere near what I had in here. In fact, I think this one wall is as big or bigger than the one I had in the basement, and that gives me 2.5 other walls that I could put the rest of the stuff. But with a bed, a desk, and a dresser and a chair, I ain't got no freaking room in here. And a dog bed. I'd be lucky if I can get a 2x2 toilet freaking rug to fit in on the floor without touching something.
Oh, boy.
I mean, my dog's bed is twice the size of my pillow, and that's just a dog bed. And you've seen him; he's about as big as my kneecap. You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna get headed on out of here. Y'all have yourselves a good night
All
now.
Do your thing there, Chick.
Yep. Gotta get up early in the morning to get to the other car show.
See you later.
Well, enjoy the show, man.
Oh yeah. There'll be pictures later on.
I'm sure there will.
I got 3 shows that I got to get caught up on now. 4 shows now. Tomorrow will be 5 shows I got to get caught up on.
Right.
All right, y'all take care now.
Will
Have a
do.
good night.
Have a good one, Chuck. And get your shirt on. No, I'm kidding. There's that little Marvin. Chuck was a Martian in disguise. I knew it. Yeah. Good enough.
on there. See if we can get this tiny decal on.
Hey, other Ed.
Eddie word. It's all right, Ed. Nobody needs to see your face.
Okay, got it on there.
Crafting with Judy. Greetings.
How are you tonight? Hey, Ed.
Mr. Ed. Go right to the horse and ask the source. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. Just thinking he, Mr. Iglesias with an eye. Judy with an eye.
Duty. We're just hanging out tonight. You're welcome to come in if you want. We'll be here for
A little bit yet.
a little bit. Another half hour for sure. That's how it goes. How things are in that time.
Depends on when you get to a point where you don't want to start the next part.
Well, then I'll just sit here and bullshit. But
Cows do too, but they don't complain.
no, you can kind of get to a point you can tell when the conversations are kind of done for the night,
Right.
and you're kind of done for the night. Okay, we'll call it there.
Yeah, usually for me,
I was
whenever
pretty
my
much done when I got here.
stepdad gets to bed, then I gotta kind of be quiet. Try not to keep making noise. And as a night owl, that sucks for me because I don't come awake until after they go to bed, and then I'm awake and I want to do stuff. I gotta be quiet. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I got about 4 more decals I can put on the Jag tonight. Then I gotta let it set, and I gotta wait to get clear coat in to move any further with it.
Yeah, it sounds like a stopping point.
So I'll probably start putzing around with the DTO still on the other camera.
Have you built one of the more modern GTOs?
Yeah,
I
I'm
always
doing
thought
that
that
one for the short track group build.
no, not the track version, but the it's like the Monaro. At least I think that's what it was based off of. But it's
No, I don't have that one.
I've only had one. Rarely ever see it out there, but they had the regular version, then they had the Johnny Lightning version that came with the little Hot Wheel car. As a Pontiac guy, I'd have thought you'd have had one.
Yeah, I don't have everything.
Well, there you go. Add it to your wish list. They build up really nice. They're really solid, thick, heavy type of car when they're done. Really compact, like, you know. Not my favorite kind of car either, but it was on the shelf when I went to buy something and I hadn't built one. I figured, why not? I'm surprised I even still have it. It's a cool car, though.
I've got a 68, 69, got a 64, 65, 66 GTO still to build. 68, 69. I don't have anything, any of the 70s or 71s. I do have the
Question it.
Muckamobile.
What year is it? 2004 GTO. That's what it is. Yeah, they had a red on the box, blue on the box was the Johnny Lightning version. It's an AMT. That means I probably still have the little Hot Wheel or the Johnny Lightning car somewhere too. I got to ride in one with one of my buddies when I used to live with my ex down south. Them freaking things got up and scooted real quick.
Yeah, I remember when they came out.
Because I don't think a mouth brow sounds as good. Some really good questions, Joe. And half ass.
Hey Norm, how are you tonight? You're welcome to come in if you want. We're just hanging out.
Every time I hear that name, I think of Cheers. Norm! Everybody knows your name. And they always glad you came.
Give it about a 3% odds that decal will still be on there in the morning. The shift pattern on top of the stick shift.
Oh. That's a tiny little thing.
That's a tiny thing. And it's the shifter head is curved, so you got to get the cell down. I give it about a 10% odds that it'll actually still be there in the morning.
Kind of slide off over the edge.
No, it'll blow off before it dries.
Oh, it underneath won't get actually stuck to it.
Yeah.
Not like you can cut an X shape to get them to bend down either.
No, it's too tiny. But they did give you two of them, so if I lose it, do have one more shot. Because they gave you two different colored ones, one for black shifter head and one for a leather shifter head. So
Wood grain.
okay. So let us set that aside. Let's start looking at this GTO.
Do fish ever get thirsty? That answer is yes. An easy way to find out, take them out of the water.
Your body is last, tires for a while, for sure.
Do you even try to shove any other tires underneath that thing yet?
On this one, no, I'm just going to do it straight box stock. I may add plug wires. That'd be about the extent of it.
Yeah, I found when I tried swapping the back tires on mine, there is no room for them.
Otherwise, this will be straight up. I won't do the box art paint scheme on it, I'm sure, but other than that, it's going to be straight box stock. I'm spending way too much on aftermarket parts lately.
I'm glad I don't. It'd be nice to use them and stuff, but no way I got the income for that. And with as many parts as I have, all that would do is just add to the collection outrageously.
Well, real quick, I mean, if you spend $20 on a set of resin wheels and tires, and then you spend another $20 on a resin motor, and then with the cost of paint supplies going through the roof, it's you go broke on them anymore. And not counting the kit cost. So if you're spending $25 to $30 on the kit already, you're already in for $100 before you even start the thing.
Yeah. For a finished product that looks only mildly different than the original.
Okay, we're going to start at step 4. I don't need to build the tires and the chassis before I do the motor. I'm going to build the motor first. Build the motor first. And here's Norm.
Right arm.
I hate typing.
That's why the link is there.
Yeah. Have people come in and shoot bull or work on stuff or hang out, do whatever.
Yeah, it's not a library. We don't have to be quiet.
No. Definitely not.
Now, if you're in a library, that's a different story.
And hopefully you got headsets on.
Right?
Are you working on something besides an airplane now?
Me, yeah, I finished. I'll build anything. But yeah, I finished the Stearman earlier this evening. Did as much on the interior of the Jaguar as I could tonight. Waiting for my order of clear paint to come in so I can finish the body. I can't really go forward on a lot of it because it builds onto the body from here on out. I can't really do that till I got the body all cleared and polished.
I mean, you can. It just won't work out so well for you.
Yeah, because everything's built on this pan, which has the back half of the bottom of the body on it. Everything I built. I don't want to put too much on here before I got this part cleared and polished. Same thing on the hood. This piece needs to come back out. It's just in their friction fit right now. So that I can finish assembling it and put it back in, but then I don't want to have it in there. Because I got to put the headlights in through the holes,
the underside, yeah.
through the back, and I want to have the body in clear before I put the glass. Well, I guess I could with the inner ones because they won't, even if they wouldn't get foggy, but they wouldn't be clear. They wouldn't be glass clear anymore. Then you got the cover. Then you got the glass cover that goes on the outside too.
Part of the fun of building.
Heads. So we're starting on the circle track GTO.
Saturday night under the lights.
Outlaw models and
Blue Ox.
Blue Ox. I shot the video on it earlier today, but I haven't. Got to edit it and get it put up probably tonight, or late tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I didn't even shoot my video for this weekend. Not good.
I shot the video for the Street Machine Group build, but I haven't put it up, edited that either, or the second update for this one. I haven't done on the Jaguar. I haven't done yet either. They're all shot, but I haven't edited them or do the editing or put them up. When I'm on camera, I say a whole lot, so I try to edit some of those out. It would probably help if I had actually wrote a script out of, or at least an outline of a script before I started. But
That's what Model Cars with Glenn does. Let me check my cue cards.
Yeah,
He's such a hoot, though.
he is.
do that, or I'll start stuttering because I do have a speech impediment. So, in fact, it happened tonight. Where I could not say Saturday Night Lights for anything for about 20 minutes. I erase and start over, and erase and start over, and erase and start over.
I usually just sit there dumbfounded.
That's the benefits of editing, though. You can cut all that wasted time out, you know?
A lot of it I can, not all of it.
Yeah. I haven't really gotten too deep into editing. I kind of left most of it in there. I figured if somebody gets a laugh out of it, then I brought cheer to somebody.
Yeah, there is that.
I just use the Microsoft Movie Maker, and I just edit it down and cut it into clips, and that way, I can.
Yeah, I've used Microsoft, and then I'm also using DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, I've been using Resolve for a while now.
It's pretty cool.
I like it. It has plenty of tools for a free version.
Yeah, it really does. I think it's like the third. That was the third one I tried. I only went to the Microsoft because they had more music, more stuff to integrate into the video that I could find right away.
Yeah, I like the YouTube library. Gives the option to download it, and you can add it in anytime. Not the best choices of music, but you know, it's music.
Right. It's still all new to me. I'm still learning the curve. I took a crash course fast.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think about the plug wires on it. I'm just gonna do it straight up, straight out of the box.
Geez, are we there yet, Bob?
Getting there.
Yeah, well, I'm at the end point on the Jaguar, and I started on the GTO.
I painted some door hardware. Little teeny weeny handles. That's it. Can't really do anything else. Too humid. Maybe I can finish my steering wheel and do the dashboard and that's about it. I got the engine and sub-assemblies and the paint separately before I glue that directly together. Maybe I'll do the tires. If the rims are ready. As long as we do the rest of the painting on the body today, but Mother Nature says no.
Computer says no.
Well, what rain says no. Too much water. Pink says, what did you do to your camera? Did you try reinstalling it? And rebooting your machine?
Oh, that they don't on this one. They don't start the engine until step 4, but I'm doing it first. 'Cause then I can spray it and let it sit while I work on the other stuff.
I kind of build like HPI guys. Do all my sub assemblies, clean all my edges, get it all prepped, then do the paintwork. And
Yeah,
then it's all just detail from there.
I do the same thing. I cut everything away from the screws, throw it all in a fishing tackle box, and work on it all, and then paint, and then assembly.
That's kind of how I've always done it. Unless
Try
it's
not.
unless it's a strange kit I've never built anything like before, like with a train or a boat or a ship or something that I'm not as familiar with.
Great. Yeah, I try not to use the instructions. I try to throw them away.
But they make great adult coloring pages.
I doodle notes in the margins of mine and I save them. That way, if I ever revisit a kit that's got issues, I know the issues. I don't have to depend on my screwed up memory.
I've always saved all of mine.
I
I
was gonna
used
say. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I can type to DLH.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to have Photo Bucket, and I scanned a bunch of my instruction sheets because people are always like, "Anybody got the instructions for that one or that one?" And,
Yeah.
so I started making a folder for it all, and then Revell created their own instruction page, for the Revell stuff. Most of it was planes and trains and things. You didn't really find much for the cars. So I started doing a few of them as well. Now my Photo Bucket is junk, so it's it still exists, but good luck finding anything worth the shit in there.
I never
Yeah,
used
I
Photo
had probably
Bucket.
5,000 pictures in Photo Bucket when they decided to either you start paying us or we're going to delete it. So
Yep.
fine, delete
I'm
it.
like, let me save you the trouble. I'll go delete it for you.
Yeah, Photo Bucket's one I never used.
Well, I used to use it a lot back in the days with the forum boards.
Yeah, for hosting pictures for the chat boards and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, because you needed the link in order for the picture to show up, and so I used to have a whole bunch of that stuff. And then nowadays, you can just fucking post a picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep all my instruction sheets because I said I write notes in the margin. And there's always somebody that'll be like, "Hey, do you have the sheet for this kit? What's this part and what's that part?" I just throw it in the scanner and attach it to an email. It's like, here,
Yeah,
you figure it out.
Poor Revell went bankrupt and got bought out by that other German company. Their website had every instruction sheet for everything they ever made,
Yeah,
Right.
and now they only show the ones for current production stuff. There's a few older ones, but a lot of them are gone. They didn't transfer them over.
Yeah, and see, for me, like when I buy a junk lot or a rebuilder or something, and it comes with instruction sheets or old instructions for kits that ain't even in the collection and stuff. I got maybe a tenth of the instruction sheets, maybe a 20th of them, somewhere around in there, are for models that I've never built. I don't have, right? like the patent pending, I actually have the instruction sheet for that one. And when I got it from William, it didn't have an instruction sheet. So, and it was one that I had scanned on my computer. So I was able to pull it up and double check to make sure all the parts were there. I'm like, cool, I got everything I need, you know? But I enjoy finding them old instruction kits from the, 70s, 80s, even older, even if I don't have the kit, because they're just cool history pieces in a way,
Yeah.
So if I save the ones from modern kits that were just released this year or last year or whatever, 20, 30 years from now, somebody's going to get my collection and be like, wow, these are like cool, you know? Because who knows what it's going to be like 20 years from now if they're even still printing them or not.
Everything will be digital.
Yeah,
That was supposed to be the thing by the year 2000. Well, here we are in 2024, and they're still using shit tons of paper.
well, just think of it. The 3D printers are eventually going to become the replicators. I want a
One would
I
hope.
want a Whopper. Here's your Whopper. You know?
Earl Grey hot, shit.
All you need is that protein resequencer that they had in Enterprise.
Right? Yeah, it's no different than their teleporter machine, except for it pulls it out
Yeah,
of thin air.
I'd rather have the teleporter. I'd have much more fun with that.
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Now, if we had that kind of technology available today, I would teleport into Fort Knox and see if the gold is really still there. That would be the first place.
Even Jeff Goldblum had one in The Fly.
Brundlefly. Okay. Okay.
No, I would magically show up in a select bunch of places in front of specific people just long enough to spit in their face for them to realize who it is and disappear again.
Marcy.
And I'd
In
make
the
sure I
adventures
had a head
of
cold before the
disrupting the
first time.
timeline.
I'd make damn sure I had a head cold before I left.
Well, it's the 3D printer, not the recalibrator thing.
Well, they already have 3D printers that print out stuff like pancake batter onto the griddles and make the fancy, like at Disney resorts and stuff that make the fancy shaped pancakes.
Well, with all the automation stuff, there's freaking pizza joints on the side of the road that nobody's at. You type in the ingredients, it throws it all on the thing, it cooks it, and it spits it out and says, there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty much a food replicator.
Close enough.
Yeah, I mean, even though they got to stock it with ingredients and stuff or whatever, but. Bring the camera, Edward.
Oh yeah, like I said, there's a short list, and you know a couple of them. Yeah, that's.
I'm pretty sure I know one or two.
Yeah, you know one. And Ed knows two. But let's just say one of them's a particular South African and leave it at that. Provided he doesn't get himself perished before I have the opportunity. To personally rip his fangs out.
Get yourself on Amazon, Ed. Get to order a new camera, like $10. I paid, or I think I paid 16 for the 1080p one that I've got. Of course, I'm too cheap to pay for the 1080p service.
No sense in paying for it if you really don't need it. It works just fine.
If YouTube ever decides to let me be monetized and I make enough money to pay for the 1080p stream
Pay
right
for the
around
extras. Yeah, exactly.
So what is holding you back, Bob? The watch time?
No, I had everything cleared and good to go, and then they popped up that I was not eligible to be monetized because I reused content. And I went through all the 550 videos that I had, and the only thing I could find that had like a copyright mark on it was my protector from Galaxy Quest. I used the movie poster logo at
Yeah.
the very beginning of it.
Huh.
I didn't use the theme music. I didn't use any stills from the actual movie. It's just the actual
Yeah,
movie
and if you
poster.
used a single poster and it only appeared for a few seconds, that's fair use.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
can't
know
be
what
any
the heck.
different than seeing it on your desk there for a couple of seconds in a shot, you know? What the hell?
Yeah, so that's the only thing I could find.
Did they
Because
ever tell you what it was exactly?
nope. Just said
Yeah,
reused
that
content.
means it wasn't done by a human, it was done by the AI.
Like you can appeal was like, yeah, they ain't gonna get me nowhere. I'll
Yeah,
just do
if you look at your appeal, it probably says two different things. It'll just say appeal or have it looked at by a human or something to that effect.
no. In July, I'm eligible again. In July, I'll try then. So I went and redid that video, took it down and redid it. And then the
Yeah,
other ones
I
that
mean,
even have copyright fair use stuff, like using the Black Sheep Squadron theme where it's allowed, but I couldn't monetize it, obviously.
right.
I went and muted all that stuff, so there's nothing like the 560 videos I've got up now. There's not any kind of notation on any of them.
Huh.
We'll see.
How long you been making content?
What was that again?
How long have you been at it?
Been on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, this channel is just over 10 years old. My model railroading channel is almost 20 years old. It's from the very beginning of YouTube. My guitar channel only had like a year and a half or 2 years. But I didn't really.
I've been here since at least 2012, maybe
My
a little longer. My
yeah, this
second
was
channel.
the modeling channel. This one was started in 2014 or 2013, 14, 13, 14. It was like February. My model railroading channel goes all the way back to 2007. And so my guitar channel I just started like 2 years ago.
You
After I
even
got,
do anything on the railroad one anymore?
I haven't put anything on there in a while, but I haven't been able to do much. 'Cause my layout is in storage, and every time I get ready to go to a train show or something always comes up. So I haven't actually probably been 2 or 3 years since I've put anything up on that.
I don't do much on this one at all. I've only had this channel like about 6 years. But my other channel I started in like 2011, 2012. And that one is completely dead. I don't use that one anymore.
I kind of
Well,
wish
it's
I
fine.
would have.
Remove the content.
Last time I
Okay.
put anything on the Model Railroad channel was in 2021. That's when the big boy came to town.
Kind of wish I would have started a second model channel back in the day instead of putting them on my video game channel. It'd probably still have more subs than my video games did.
Well, I started it because I was working at a hobby shop at the time, and every time any new Model Railroad cars or engines
Right.
came out, I would do a little short product review and out of the box and show
How
you.
long ago
show
did
it.
you finish eating? It's gotta be like at least 15 minutes after you eat.
Yeah, I haven't done anything on there since like 2020. 2021.
Well, it's been a while.
I haven't put anything on my guitar channel in like a year and a half either. So. Since I bought that bass kit was probably the last video I put up. With that bass kit.
Yeah, Mike and I started that metal channel and can't figure out what we're going to talk about next to do a podcast. And he's just adding shorts for now just to keep it active. But he likes the death metal and I like the power metal, so it's not really a great mix. But 80% of the topics are him and his death metal stuff, and it don't fly by me because I'm not into the death growl stuff. You know?
The review of my 6-string bass was the last one put up on that, and that was like a year and a half ago.
You haven't even built one since then? Just the one
I've got that
working
other
on?
bass I'm working on, but till I decide how I want to finish it, I can't. It's kind of stuck.
Right. Yeah, at least it's still there as an option.
I decide if I want to paint it or stain it.
I'd say stain it.
And if I either way, I still got to figure out what color I want to do it.
Well, how many choices are there? Number them and tell me how many, and I'll pick a number.
Oh, there's the into the rainbow. I mean,
2.4 Google million.
Well, no, what he's got in his personal possession, not something we're going to go out of the way to buy. So
Well, that's Bob for you. He will go out of his way and buy it.
You know? Oh, for stain, yeah. The only actual guitar stain color I have right now is red mahogany.
Mm.
But the first guitar I did, I actually painted it with, to me, a transparent green.
You do a white, gray, black starburst and have a little red pinstripe around the pickups and knobs and things.
The original plan was I was going to do the whole thing in gloss black, and you put red pinstripes down the back to match the strings running all the way down the back.
No, is that the one you were talking about routering in the mosaic mirrors too?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah.
Do the Ace Frehley Iceman guitar. It had a broken mirror finish on it.
Well, you got Alclad.
Yeah.
If I had a router where I could route a pocket in for it, that's probably what I would do, because I could put the broken mirror pieces in and epoxy over it.
Right. We need to start a GoFundMe to get Bob a router because I want to see a glass guitar.
There's a all 100% glass guitar out there. I've seen it was manufactured.
Yeah.
On YouTube. That was quite creative.
A friend of mine has one that's completely fiberglass. That's green and see-through. It's cool. It's heavy though.
Oh, I think we have to. Yeah, I'd have to route her out like a 1/4 inch in all the way around, 1/4 inch down to do that with the broken glass cover on it. Because I don't want it to be protruding above the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally I was going to do it all in gloss black with the red stripes down the back, the 4 red stripes, and then put a small Batman, red and
Logo.
black Batman logo down here behind the bridge. But I'm not feeling that anymore.
Well, maybe
So I
what you
can
could.
paint it any color because you can use like the red clothing stain. You can use those on these.
Yeah, I suppose it would sink in and stain the color. Yeah.
The red dye. The aniline dye works better, but you can use like the red dye.
I remember when we used to have our double wide with the full basement under it. We had one of them big wash sinks next to the washing machine. That thing was always full with mom dyeing something, some color, whether it was sheets or curtains or rugs. She was fucking buying it all the time.
Yeah, they'd re-dye the denim because they were,
Yeah, we used to
Florida buy
re-dye
new
our
jeans,
jeans.
dye their jeans back dark blue because they're too poor to buy new ones. I don't know. I'll figure it out, and then I'll.
That or it's your favorite pair of jeans. You don't want to get rid of them, but you want to spruce them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I helped my friend Maura dye her wedding dress black. She wanted to repurpose it, and she was never going to wear a white dress again, and a really pretty dress. And she's like, "You think we could dye it?" I'm like, "It's all lace. We can do whatever you want to it."
Yeah, it's just material fiber. Of course you can.
We can do whatever you want to it. You want to do it black? We can paint it black. And she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna paint it black." And I'm like, "All right." So we got all the shit and we did it. And it turned out really nice.
I see a wedding dress and I want it painted black.
That was kind of what we were humming the whole time, yeah.
No virgin
about
anymore. I'm mourning black. That's funny.
Yeah, if it had more of a figure surface, I would go for a natural color, but it doesn't. So. Once I figure it out, it won't take it long to finish it. A week or so. And I'll order another one.
I'm sure your simple handheld router would be $20 to $80, and then an actual router table would probably be $150 maybe.
Yeah. My small one cost me $109 without a table. That's just Bosch.
Bosch is pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I bought it for a lot of the woodwork that I put into my double wide. It's the smaller. It's the handheld one, so it gives you a lot of mobility and.
Right. Yeah, I used to do lots of different kinds of woodworking. All kinds of power tool fun. Handheld planers and joiners.
Yeah, I just got basic circular saw, drill, big saw. That's pretty much what I got. Power tool wise. Sander and a polisher.
Well, you got a drill press out in the garage? The shop?
Nope.
That's a bugger. I'm sure you got a couple of vice grip clamps, right? Clamp a drill to something and put one of them freaking CNC bits in it and start routering away.
Nah, just the number 11 blade, run it backwards, straight lines all the way down. And then
yeah, there you go. There you go. Get a chisel. Hammer and chisel.
Hand chisels, but that would take forever.
Yeah, it would.
To hand chisel that out.
Be one option.
That, but I'd have to chisel, make the pickup pocket deeper.
No, you just chisel around the outside edges of everything like a 1/4 inch, including the knobs, so that the thickness stays the same.
Later, Edward.
Later, Edward.
Good night. I'll do it on another one down the road where I can start it from scratch with that plan, and I can actually cut that out a 1/4 inch thick lumber, and then glue it onto the main stock, the main body, before anything's cut or routed on the blanket. Can do it that way.
Right. Do it like a laminate.
Yeah. Cut the main body would be cut thinner to match so that the outside dimensions are the same.
Right. Right.
It's much easier to do it that way because then you can cut it basically with a jigsaw. Because you're just cutting the outer framework and then glue it on top of the back.
That's what I did when I was a kid. Cut plywood guitars out of with my grandfather's jigsaw, so we could all play in the backyard like we were musicians.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a plywood guitar. There's amazing guitars out there that are plywood.
Well, fuck. Who doesn't play an air guitar? I mean, come on. Man.
I do.
We even play the air drums, the air bass, and the air vocals. You know.
The only ones that kind of sucked in the early '80s, there was a company that tried to make them out of like the MDF material, and that.
Oh God, yeah.
No, that's
That's one of the worst things that ever happened to the construction field. That wannabe sawdust board.
That stuff is good for one thing: tabletop gaming buildings.
Oh, really? It's not too heavy.
Yeah, the issue with it was you could screw something into it one time, and that's it.
Yeah.
You'd take a screw out and go to put it back in, it would just strip it out. It just fall apart.
Yeah, it ain't even no good for dollhouse stuff.
Nope.
I got a couple of model shelves that are that kind of board. Came off the side of like a bookcase or something, and they're already warped.
But a lot of even like your good top end acoustic guitars that are technically are made from plywood because it's a laminate.
Yeah.
They're laminating multi-plies of veneers together to make the tops and the sides.
Yeah, usually 5 to 7 layers, depending on how thick. Yeah, subwoofer speaker boxes with MDF. Yeah, that's a fair one. We'll give you that.
Yeah. I built a lot of those
Yeah.
back then.
Ironically, MDF is fine, but it says when you go to put screws, especially on something like a guitar where you got to constantly taking screws in and out and things under tension, and
Yeah.
it just tears them up. And once the hole is stripped, even if you try to plug it, then the plug doesn't want to stay, and it's a pain. That was a failed experiment. But the plywood guitars, yeah, especially the Japanese and Korean guitars back then were awesome guitars with plywood. Or the old Stella, or the original Harmonies, those were plywood guitars, and they were great. Even your $10,000 Gibsons that you buy, the Les Pauls, they're technically laminates.
Right.
They got a mahogany core with a maple top, ebony fretboard, and the neck could be either ebony or mahogany or maple. And yeah, they usually have a ebony veneer on the headstock. Yes, it's all plywood. That way you can use the cheap wood inside and you put the fancy piece on the top. Okay, so that's ready for paint. I don't think I want to paint it Pontiac blue. I think I'm going to paint it Chevy. Make it a Chevy color. I don't think it's going to It had a race car with a chrome valve covers on it. Put them on there.
Hey, Josh.
Especially a dirt track car.
Mr. Wisdom. Oh, I wish my back wouldn't get so sore.
I wish they told me when I was young that I was going to get this sore.
They did. You never listened. Neither did I.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, sadly. I may have been ignorant then. I'm just arrogant now.
Yeah, 10 foot tall and bulletproof. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, you grow up here and your parents say, children are resilient. Yeah, no, we ain't. Yeah, 35 years of back pain is no fun, man.
Nope.
Yeah, every morning when I get up, I feel every bale of hay I threw up in that barn.
Yeah, that's my problem. Going to bed, I feel, reasonably okay. Waking up in the morning after laying stiff, I feel like rigor mortis and death worn over. Take freaking forever to roll out of bed and finally move and snap, crackle, pop, ping and ting and all that kind of crazy shit. Put my feet on my floor and my knees don't feel like they work.
My grandpa didn't one of them, one of those newfangled round balers. He wanted to do the square bales.
He
50-pound bale.
Oh,
Yeah,
I knew all the little
took
ones.
them. Took him 12 feet in the air to get him up into the loft.
Well, just be glad he didn't get one of them newfangled round balers. Them's twice as heavy.
Well, then you don't have to put in a barn like that. You just drape
Yeah,
plastic on them. Just
yeah,
use a tractor and put them all in a row, and you put tarps over the top.
you get your old bale spike and away you go. But with the flat ones, you got to pick them off the ground and put them on the trailer, and then take them off the trailer and put them in the loft. As much fun as that would be today or this year, my body says, "Hey, shut up, silly brain. You're drunk. Go home." But I could do it vicariously in Farm Simulator.
Right?
That's about as close as I'm going to get nowadays.
I don't know which was harder, being the guy on top of the wagon, catching the bales and stacking them, or the one on the ground throwing them up.
Catching
Yeah.
them.
I don't know that either side would have been any better or worse. But
Now catching them.
well, Bob, I think I'm going to head out for the evening, and
Yeah, I'm thinking we're almost at 10:30 here, so we'll go to the bottom of the hour there and call it a night.
yeah, I'm going to go grab a snack real quick. I don't care to eat on camera, so I'm going to hop out and go do my
All right.
thing, and we'll see you guys again next time.
Yep, I'll be back on Tuesday night.
Cool. Till then, if we don't see you sooner, we'll see you then.
All right.
Later, y'all.
Later.
When we go, we'll just leave it on, and everybody can leave, and that Bud comes back from having a cigarette. He goes, "What the hell's going on?" Just let him see Marvin the Martian. I wonder if I started a live and just put that picture up there, how long how much watch time it would get.
Whatever. It would run.
Yeah, it would run until you turned it off. But
Yeah. It would run for the max amount of time that YouTube allows the live to run.
would it get any watch time? That's what I'd be interested to see, like how much watch time it got. People say, well, where's it at? So many times.
They have
Don't know
a
if you want to do this. Don't know if you want to do this kind of experiment since you want to try to monetize. They might consider it cheating to get your watch hours. If the AI is watching the chat and it sees no chat activity, it's going to kill it and flag
Yeah.
it.
I know if you're doing it just on the YouTube side alive, that if you don't have two in there, it shuts it off after like 20 minutes. So if I go on the YouTube side and start a live and nobody comes in after so long and chats or something, then it just shuts it down. You have to restart it. I know there's a YouTube video out there that's like 24 hours long of just the background sound of the original Enterprise bridge.
Yeah, there's lots of multi-hour videos out there that are different things like crackling fires, fish tank bubbles, all kinds of ASMR crap.
It's just
There's Chill Hop, it's constant digital music.
oh, he's back. Never mind. We can't do it no more. Damn. Got back just in time to say goodnight, Dad. And we still got 11 people out there. Oh, Josh just came in. Is it 8 hours? That's the most you can run.
Is that because kids watch that video?
Twitch is a channel that has a camera on a jar of peanut butter. It's crazy views.
I think it's just because people expected to do something. Might work.
So if not, Ed, the one I got was like $17 off of Amazon, and it's a 1080p. Got a real nice microphone in it, and it even came with a little tripod that you could set it on, or a clip to clip it on your laptop or wherever. It's got a camera, a lens cover, so if you want security when you're not, you're afraid of somebody hacking you or something, you can put a lens cap on it. It was like $16.99 with free shipping.
Turned out crisp up enough. Mine wasn't that cheap, but I think that's because I got RGB 9. But I did pick up a 1080p. I think 60 frames per minute. Yeah, I don't know, 60 frames.
It was.
It is like a direct cone. As long as you're the right distance away, you don't make a mess. It didn't smoke up, surprisingly.
Yeah, this one was $17 with the tripod.
Yeah, it's very similar to this one.
So,
almost identical, except for come on. I don't know what happened. There we go.
Yes. I don't know if I saw the box for this one. It was like, I can look it up, but it was like $17. And it looked almost exactly like that one.
And I mean, this one will go on a tripod just like that you did with that one. It's got the slide shield, microphone.
That's more hassle than it's worth, Ed.
What else?
Yeah, because some of the circuit boards are super tiny in there. So where it connects, if you can't get it soldered, you can get a new one for basically going the cost of going to McDonald's.
Part of what I used to do for a living, so.
All right, my clock says 10:30, so I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. But I'll be back on Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time for our normal Tuesday hangout. Probably be in Cliffs if Cliff has one Monday night. Other than that, I want to say thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Later.
And good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.